Hey guys, today I want to jump in and talk about a long-term review of the first Medford that I brought into my collection, this Medford Infraction. I've had it now close to 2 years, right around 2 years, and I can tell you it's a fantastic tool. It's a fantastic knife. What attracted me to it initially was the look of the knife. I wasn't sure about the size, but when I checked it out, I realized it was a really good size for me, and we'll get into that here in a second. But it is two large chunks, slabs of titanium. It has an S35 VN blade with a hollow ground, about half hollow. Nice thick blade stock. We'll get some measurements on that here in a second. Got some tape on the tip. You've got stops, external stops, and you've got anodized hardware with an over travel stop. No internal milling, full back spacer, and built Medford tough, if there is such a thing. It's just a solid knife. 2 pieces of titanium, a back spacer, 2 washers, and a blade. Very simple construction, very durable construction. It has been a fantastic work knife, a fantastic EDC knife. When we talk about carry, that will probably be the only small, not drawback, but only reason I don't carry it probably more than I do. The slim middies, a little bit thinner. This guy is not only slices, but it's got a bruiser blade. So if I need to pry with this blade, if I need to stab with this blade, if I need to really stab with this blade, this is a tactical folding workhorse of a knife. Now they make bigger knives, Praetorians, they make Marauders. This is what I would consider one of their smaller knives. The reason I say that is my buddy A to Z EDC checked this knife out and really liked it, but thought it was just a little small for his grip. I don't know why that is. It might be just the way this choil fit his finger. I think it was more of a thickness, finger thickness thing. And no, that's not dirt. That's where a saw went through my finger. But fantastic knife. I really enjoyed it. It carries very well. The negative, the really only negative I'll get it, is the clip on some of these bigger Medfords, and some of these Medfords are kind of thin. That doesn't mean the knife's going to fall out of my pocket. It just makes me feel like it doesn't have as strong of retention as I would like. For example, if I start breaking out into a bunch of cartwheels, I don't want the knife to fall out of my pocket. Now, it would take me breaking out in a lot of cartwheels for the knife to fall out of my pocket, but it does go in and out of pocket easily. Rides about that deep. Doesn't fall out. See how it catches there? And again, I'm not going to be upside down, but I like a clip to be a little tighter. Now I could probably take this out and bend it. I've heard they can be adjusted, and Medford sells another clip for it. I've been bugging Casey Lynch to try to get Lynch to make a replacement clip. I think it would be awesome because this pattern fits several different Medfords. But very elegant design. You've got a nice back spacer. This pattern is something I picked out back when I was working buying knives, and this was the Stars and Bars pattern, which I really liked. You've got these rivets, kind of like a 19 or World War II fighter jet or fighter plane, prop plane. You've got the stars and the bars there, and then you've got Infraction, the INF, and then you've got the little milled out paneling, I guess for lack of a better term, airplane paneling. So you see a number on the blade. If you're not that familiar with Medford, I didn't know what that was at first, that 110-159, but it's evidently a unique number to this knife because when you take it apart, as I have, each one of these scales, the internals, has the exact same number, 110-159, because all of these knives are made, one at a time. You've got the Medford logo, and then S is their blade stamp or steel stamp for S35 VN. It is on washers. It does have a flipper hole and a fuller. It also has a flipper tab. So you've got this flipper tab which was kind of surprising to me because it's a low profile flipper tab. It doesn't have what I would call explosive detent because it's on bearings, but if you give it a little bit of juice with as low profile as it is, it gets that blade out there with no problem. Banger of a knife, one of my absolute favorites. For me, the ergos are great. I think the aesthetics are fantastic, regardless of the pattern. If this knife had no patterning on it, I think it's the sexiness of the spear point blade, the handle, which for a Medford is a little bit thin, narrow, which it's not because it's thick, but it's thinner than some of the, like my middies. It's not as tall here. Do a couple of quick size comparisons. Benchmade bug out. See, it's not nearly as big as I thought it was when I was looking at it in magazines. Paramilitary 2, so it's a little bit bigger than the bug out. A little bit smaller than the Paramilitary 2. Got a couple of other American made knives here. The 3.5 inch XM18 from Hinderer. Just exactly about the same length as it. And then this crosshatch Strider S&G. It's going to be about maybe 1/8 of an inch smaller than it. So I'd put it in the category build thickness, build girth of these two knives. Really a lot like the Hinderer. So before we get our length, I want to get you 0.19, 0.19, 0.19. So you got 0.19, 0.19, and 0.19 of each scale, each in the blade. So right under 0.2 of an inch. The overall thickness is 0.6145. Behind the edge is a little bit thick. I'm not good at getting there. I'm going to try to go to the top of the bevel, and we will see that you're right at about 0.260. Now let's get the tape measure out. Find out how long it is. Throw it on the scale, and I'll give you my final thoughts about my long-term ideas and musings over this Medford Infraction. 8-inch knife. 3 3/4 inch blade, 3.5 inch blade. Roughly 4 1/4 inch handle. 3 1/8 inch cutting area. And this grip is, I'm going to say, it's a real comfortable 4.5. So 4.5 comfortably. It is going to be a little beefier knife because it does not have weight relief, which is, I think, one of the beauties of a Medford. When you carry it, you know you've got a formidable tool in your pocket. 5.9 ounces, right under 6 ounces. Coming in as beefy. Beefy, chunky, the way Medfords are supposed to be. So my thoughts are, this is a knife that I got, not sure it was my first Medford. I now have 3 Medfords, but I wasn't sure I was going to like it. Wasn't sure I was going to keep it. It's been in the collection for 2 years, and this will be a forever knife. I will keep this knife. I will continue to use this knife. I cut with it. I don't beat on it hard because I don't beat on really anything with a knife that hard unless I'm camping. But it is a great one. It's one of my favorites, one of my favorite USA knives. I got a lot of favorite USA knives, so it's not like top 2 or anything like that, but it is a winner. The Medford Infraction, NS35, titanium, some anodized hardware, and then the stars and bars pattern. Guys, I want to take a quick second and say thank you to all the channel members. Thank any of you for coming in and watching my knife, my EDC content. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're so inclined and you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. There'll be a video coming up over here. If you'd like to, you could watch that. That'd be awesome. Most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.